Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for this November the 23rd, 2025. I'm hoping everybody had a great Sunday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Sunday evening. Hope everybody can stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the lower 48 and the tropics. So we're going to start off with the tropics here. You can see we do have a little bit of activity down in the Caribbean Sea, the Central America, some scattered activity of South America, a little bit of activity in the Atlantic, but that's pretty much just a frontal boundary areas of along from northern tropical Atlantic down toward the southeast coast, and another little system out here in the central tropical Atlantic. Nothing to write home about. Eastern Pacific, you can see a lot of activity in the Eastern Pacific. All of this activity to push eastbound. We got a little upper level low still spinning over New Mexico, also portion of Colorado, North Texas, bringing some severe weather to the Texas region, also portion of Oklahoma this evening. That will continue to work its way from eastern Texas over toward Louisiana, and then eventually across the southeastern United States later this week. Alrighty, and then we got more activity up around the northeastern U.S., also towards St. John's Island, a little bit toward Montana, North Dakota, straight into Washington, Oregon State as well. Alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure to subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road here, folks. And if you have not checked out my video from last night, make sure you check it out. We still expecting maybe some kind of tropical activity could be brewing in the Caribbean and also into the areas of the Gulf. So we'll continue to monitor that as well. But right now we're going to take a look at some other forecast packages tonight, but I'll have more coming up later this week on the tropics. Alright, we got some this is your Monday forecast. You can see we got snow up here around portion of Maine to New Hampshire to Vermont, New York State. Also got some shower activity across the east coast of Florida, down toward the Florida Keys. Well, it's disappeared, but hopefully it'll come right back up. Yeah, here we go for Florida Keys through Central Florida, all the way to Atlantic coastal waters off the southeast coast, northwestern Gulf to Texas, all the way to Nebraska, to Iowa, to Kentucky, to Tennessee, to northwest Georgia, Alabama. Got some severe weather down here for Texas, stretching over Louisiana, Mississippi. Flash flooding, same areas from Texas to Arkansas to Mississippi and Louisiana. Shower activity up here for a portion of eastern Kentucky to West Virginia, to Lake Huron, Lake Superior, Michigan region, Wisconsin to Iowa to Nebraska to Kansas. More shower activity along Washington and Oregon coastal, stretching a little bit inland, and mixed precipitation elsewhere for central and eastern areas of Washington, Oregon State, Northern California to Nevada to Utah to Colorado, through the Dakotas, Montana, Minnesota, also Wyoming as well. Got some heavy snow over portions of Montana as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Monday. Alright, let's move on to your Tuesday outlook now, and it should roll out something like this here in a few minutes there. So we're going to take a look at it. Okay, we got some mixed precipitation portion of northern Maine, well, much of Maine, also New Brunswick, down in northern New Hampshire, Vermont, New York State, southeast Canada. More mixed precipitation up here around Lake Huron, Lake Superior, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota to South Dakota and Iowa, and also South Canada. More mixed precipitation also in portion of Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon State. Shower activity there as well for western portion of Washington, Oregon State, the coastal area. Got snow over portion of Colorado. Got snow flying in South Dakota, portion of Montana, North Dakota, around on the Canadian-U.S. border. Got some heavy snow possible over North Dakota, Minnesota, also stretching into areas of South Canada. We're here toward western areas of Lake Superior. Thunderstorms and showers from Texas all the way to the northern Gulf, to Louisiana, to the Carolinas, to Virginia, to D.C., Kentucky, Tennessee, portion of Arkansas. Shower activity for eastern Illinois, stretching through Ohio to Pennsylvania, to New Jersey, to Rhode Island, to Massachusetts, eastern Maine, New Hampshire, New York State, southeast Canada, around Lake Huron, also toward Ottawa, Toronto, Canada, and southern Michigan regions as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Tuesday. Alright, let's move on to the current watches warning advisory map of your location across the nation. And it should roll out something like this. Alright, as you can see, we got winter storm watches up here for northern Wisconsin to Minnesota to North Dakota. Winter weather advisory stretching into areas of Montana, Idaho, Also southern Colorado, northern New Mexico. Special weather statements over a portion of Ohio. Also portion of eastern, southeastern Indiana, northern portion of Kentucky. Dense fog advisory stretching from Kentucky to southern Indiana to Illinois to Missouri to Iowa. And also a portion of California. Got some wind advisories appearing in southeastern areas of Idaho. Also some severe thunderstorm warnings over southeast Wyoming. Thunderstorm watches and warnings down here in Texas. Flood watches also in effect for the central and northern Texas areas as well. Small craft advisory, gale warning from the Boston area down to the North Carolina, Virginia coast, Virginia coastal line area. Also on at 20 to 250 nautical miles offshore. And again from Southern California, Washington State. Also some high surf warnings around the Hawaiian Chain Island. Freezing spray warnings to the west, south, and southwestern areas. Got some small craft advisories. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center outlook. We got some severe weather to talk about. Here's that severe weather from San Antonio over towards Jackson, Mississippi. Then from Austin, Texas to Greenville, Mississippi. General thunderstorm elsewhere from Corpus Christi to Kansas City to Birmingham. Tornado probability looks like this. 5% over Texas and Louisiana, stretching portion of Mississippi and southern Arkansas. 2% from Austin over to just south of Memphis. Also Jackson, Mississippi, you're included. Damaging winds 5 and 15 respectively from Houston to Little Rock to Jackson, Mississippi. Damaging winds 5 and 15 from San Antonio to Greenville, Mississippi, and Jackson, Mississippi. They're 15% from Austin to Shreveport. Alrighty, now we got some severe weather for day number 3, which is your Tuesday. And as you can see, we got a marginal risk from Chattanooga to Dalton to Mobile to New Orleans to Alexandria and also Jackson, Mississippi. Could not rule out slight risk could be added, and also some areas further to the north and east could be added as well. General thunderstorm from Brownsville to Corpus Christi to Columbia, South Carolina to Raleigh, North Carolina to Virginia Beach. You're included in that as well. Probability currently as it stands, 5%. Alright, snow probabilities across the lower 48. If you're looking for heavy snow, this is where you're going to be looking forward to it at in the central and northern areas of the U.S. and also central and western U.S. as well. Alright, from Maine to portion of Ohio to Minnesota, portion of eastern North Dakota, Michigan, Lake Erie, Lake Superior. Slight risk of heavy snow from 12-1 to 12-3. Then over here as well from Montana to Idaho to Colorado down into New Mexico and Arizona. Well, Utah, you're included. A slight risk of heavy snow in this area as well. Same time frame from 12-1 to 12-3. Alrighty, well I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Sunday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. And I'll have more on the tropics coming up later this week and see what happened with that system down in the Caribbean that's expected to develop and move into the Gulf.